Yo, what's going on, you guys? Today we have average American versus average Canadian. How do they compare? I've been reacting to a lot of Canada stuff, so why not, man? Why not see how the people in Canada and how the people in the US compare to each other? Like, when it comes to their houses, when it comes to how they live, stuff like that. I just want to know, man. I just want to see how similar we truly are. So without further ado, man, we're gonna get straight to this video. Come on.
Is brought to you by Skillshare. The first 1,000 people to sign up using the link in the description will get their first 2 months free. The international boundary is the official name for the longest international border in the world between two countries, specifically Canada and the United States, the second and fourth largest countries by area, respectively. These countries have ever-increasing close cultural and economical ties and similarities. Their shared historical and cultural heritage has resulted in one of the most stable and mutually beneficial international relationships in the world. So how do their populations compare? With so much in common between these two nations, we thought we'd take a look and see just how similar and different the everyday person is in this episode of the infographic show, Average American versus Average Canadian. The population of America is just under 326 million people, with the average age being 37.9 years old. And for Canada's population, the total is a little over 36 million, with an average age of 40.6. The average height for an American male is 5 foot 9 inches, and for a female is 5 foot 3.5 inches. For Canadian males, the average height is also 5 foot 9 inches and 5 foot 4 inches for women. What about weight comparisons? If a person's body weight is at least 20% higher than it should be, he or she is considered obese. When we looked at obesity for Canada versus America, most of the recent studies are for adolescents up to the ages of 19. In the late 1970s, obesity rates for children and adolescents from ages 3 to 19 in both countries hovered around 5%. Those numbers have shot up to around 13% in Canada and 17.5% in the US in recent years. Though Canada trails America in this area, it is steadily catching up. So what does this say about diet, and what do these neighboring nationals like to eat? Canadians are known for eating poutine, which consists of French fries with gravy and cheese. Potato chips are also different in Canada. They like ketchup chips and all dressed chips, which are a combination of barbecue, tomato, salt, vinegar, sour cream, and onion. Other classic Canadian foods include smoked meat and beaver tails, which are fried dough shaped like a beaver tail with candy and chocolate on top. Americans, on the other hand, eat buffalo wings and s'mores, and of course are famous for their hot dogs and hamburgers. All foods that are also available in Canada, but are known for being American. When it comes to life expectancy, according to a report from the US National Research Council, Canadians are likely to outlive Americans due to being healthier and in better shape. Health is determined by hundreds of things, and some of those are obviously more favorable in Canada than they are in the US, says report co-author Samuel Preston, a professor of demographics at the University of Pennsylvania. Canadians born in 2007 can expect to live up to 82.3 years for women and 79.3 for men, compared to 80.8 and 75.6 for people born in the US. So if Canadians are living longer, surely the healthcare systems of the two countries must differ. Let's take a look. According to Wikipedia, the United States spends much more money on healthcare than Canada on both a per capita basis and as a percentage of GDP. In 2006, per capita spending for healthcare in Canada was $3,678, whereas in the US, it was $6,714. In that same year, the US spent 15.3% of its GDP on healthcare, while Canada only spent 10%. And 70% of healthcare spending in Canada was financed by the government versus 46% in the United States. In terms of access to healthcare services, in Canada, every legal resident is covered through a publicly financed provincial or territorial plan, whereas Americans need to purchase insurance to be covered, with the lowest income being eligible for public coverage through the expansion of Medicaid. What about salaries, you might ask? According to the website Numbeo.com, the average income of an American and a Canadian are roughly the same amount. Canada's after-tax monthly income is about $36,000 per year. The US sits just below Canada at approximately $35,300 per year. So we've looked at height, weight, health, and earnings, but what about the culture and lifestyle of these two nations, and how do they compare in these areas? When it comes to sports, Canadians love, Hockey. They play hockey, watch hockey, and have hockey on their currency, but surprisingly, basketball has overtaken hockey in Canada as the most popular sport.
That's interesting.
Americans love football and basketball, and both nations enjoy and compete at baseball. When it comes to schooling, Canada doesn't have middle school. Students go to elementary until 6th grade, and then high school from 7th grade to 12th grade before going to college.
Oh, that's interesting. I never knew that. So you go to, okay, elementary school. What grade do elementary school start for you guys? Because here, kindergarten, I think. So kindergarten to 6th grade, that's elementary school. Actually, that makes way more sense, though. That makes way more sense. Actually, yeah, I get it from both sides. Cause you got 7th grade. How old are you in 7th grade? 7th grade, you about 11, 12. Yeah, 11, 12 years old. Yeah, 11, 12 years old in 7th grade. Now you 11, 12. A freshman is like 13, 14. I don't know. To me, I'm like, I wouldn't want to. It's because the way it is here. I wouldn't want to be in high school with a 7th grader. I don't know if that makes sense. You know. I like the separation. I think I do like the separation because you got elementary school from kindergarten to 5th grade. Then you go to middle school, which is 6th grade to 8th grade. So you got this little gap. So middle school, yeah, I think everybody need their own space. You feel me? So I like it here.
Apart from Quebec, where students finish high school after 11th grade and then go to vocational school for 2 years before going to college. In the United States,
what is vocational school? How does that work?
Children go to elementary school until 5th grade, then middle school from 6th to 8th, and finally high school from 9th grade to 12th grade. After that, they can go on to college. And what about languages? Well, there are over 500 languages spoken by the US population, but only one official language, which is English, specifically American English. Canada has 2 official languages, English and French, and many Canadians believe that the relationship between these 2 languages is a defining aspect of the Canadian culture.
Okay.
Canada's Official Languages Commissioner has stated, in the same way that race is at the core of what it means to be American and at the core of an American experience, and class is at the core of British experience, I think that language is at the core of Canadian experience. And if you're jealous of people who can speak multiple languages, or if you just want to add an additional one to your list, we suggest taking a Skillshare class called How to Learn a Language in 100 Days. Skillshare is an online learning community with over 20,000 classes in entrepreneurship, marketing, illustration, and more. The first 1,000 people to use our promo code Infographics14 or to click the link in the description will receive 2 months of premium membership absolutely free. Premium membership gives you unlimited access to all the classes available on Skillshare. Join the millions of other people who are already members and support the Infographic Show at the same time by going to Skillshare.com/infographics14 or clicking the link in the description and start learning today. So, can you think of other interesting comparisons between Americans and Canadians that are worth sharing? Let us know in the comments.
This was a good video. This was a very, very good video. Yeah, the schooling is different. Yeah, we made on average the same amount of money basically. Yeah, I mean everything is very similar. But yeah, you guys say y'all go to. He says y'all go to vocational school after high school. How does that work? Can somebody explain that to me, please, in the comments? Yeah. Other than that, I mean, this was a good video. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you guys for watching with me. I appreciate it very much. Thank you guys for continuing to support. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers, so please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.